Now when you start with a shape like this, you want to make sure you break it up. So now I have rectangle A and I have rectangle B, and I need to find the area of each. So I start by using my area formula. Now if this is 8, I know that this is also 8. So the base is 8 times the height, which is 12. So I do 8 times 12 for that one. And then for the other rectangle, the base, if this is 11, then this is 11. So I have 11 times the height, which is 4. And then I want to solve each of them. So 8 times 12 is 96. 11 times 4 is 44. I'm not done because I have to add both to find the total. So I do 96, that's the eraser, 96 plus 44, and I get 140. So that will be my final answer. Now this one looks a little bit tricky at first, but the only difference between this one and the last one is now we're going to divide into 3 different shapes. So I started writing out my steps. I'm telling you now, if you do not do any of this on paper or on your iPad, you're going to have trouble with this IXL. So make sure that you do that. So area equals base times height. And for rectangle A, the base is 8, the height is 6. So I do 6 times 8, which is 48. Rectangle B. So that one I need to do some math for. So right here what I highlighted, this is the same as up here the 7 and the 8. If you add the 7 and the 8, you are going to get the base of rectangle B. So see, 7 and 8. So that would be 7 plus 8 is 15. So I have 15 as the base times the height, which is 5. So 15 times 5 is 75. Last I have rectangle C, which the base is 31 and the height is 4. So 31 times 4, and that is 124. Now I'm not done. I have to add these 3 numbers up, and yes, you can use a calculator. If you add all the numbers, you get 247. Alright, so this is where we tell you it's important to do your math. It's important to, of course, do all your work, but especially math, because let's say you forget how to find the area of a triangle. Well, then something like this will be tricky for you. So make sure you're practicing and reviewing all your math. Enough of that. Moving on. What IXL does for you if you get something wrong is it goes over an example. So when I got something wrong on purpose, of course, it showed this example right here with everything already divided up for me. Now at first you might think that A is a square, but be careful. A square has all the same sides. And if you see here, one side is equal to 9 and the other is equal to 10. So it's actually a rectangle. I have rectangle A, rectangle B, and triangle C. So for rectangle A, I know this is 10, and this one must also be 10, but it only gives me 7, so this would probably be 3 more, definitely would be 3 more. So the base is 10, and the height is 9. So I do 10 times 9. The area for rectangle A is 90. Now moving on to rectangle B. If this right here is 17, I know this would also equal 17. which means there's just a missing piece right here. So what I could do is 17 minus 8, and I would get 9. We will need that later for the triangle. But for the rectangle, my base is 17 and my height is 5. So 17 times 5, and that is 85. Moving on to the triangle. So remember, the formula for the area of a triangle is different. It's the base times the height divided by 2, or some people like to do 1/2 the base times the height, whichever way. Today I'm going to do this way. Now remember, we already marked up our triangle. So we have this as part of the base, which is 3, and this, which is 9. We got that from the math we did with the other two rectangles. So 9 plus 3 is 12. So the base of the triangle is 12, and the height is 6. So area equals 12 times 6 divided by 2. So 12 times 6 is 72. 72 divided by 2 is 36. It's a perfect 6 right there. Oh, I'm just making it worse. Okay, so last we want to add them all up. So 90 plus 85 plus 36, or whatever that says. And we get 211. And we're done. Enjoy your IXL.